little bit different. You're going to be doing some area perimeter review, and you have two options to pick from first. So if you picked up paper packets, there were quite a few area perimeter projects you can choose from. If you're choosing to do online, you have two options, and I'll show you those in a second. So you get to choose this week something that you're going to complete during your math time this week. And then when you finish whatever you're working on, maybe you'll finish like a page a day of what you're doing, or a little bit of whatever activity you're working on. Maybe it's the designing your dream home. Maybe on the first day, you're just gonna outline everything that you want in your house and all the areas. And then maybe the second day you'll color some things in, and then maybe the rest of the week you'll work on finding the area and perimeter of each little spot on your house. You choose how you're going to split up that work, but basically we're working on it Monday through Friday, okay? When you're done for your work during the day, instead of doing math facts this week, there's a special thing we're doing. You get to play a math game. Math Playground, Prodigy, something fun. We're going to take a little bit of a break from our math facts just for a week, and we're going to do something fun where you get to play Prodigy or a Math Playground game when you're done, okay? So if you're choosing to do online, I have my portal up here, and I'm going to show you really quickly where you're going to go and what you're going to do. So you're on your portal. Remember, this is mine. It's got way more buttons on it. Remember, yours looks like this. A little bit easier. You're going to go to that G, that Google G. I have that on mine. And you're going to click Google Drive. Remember, Google Mail is where you get your email from me. Now, Google Drive is where we store all your things. We wait for it to open. I have a lot more folders than you, so hopefully having less folders is a little bit easier on you. I am going to go to my math folder. That's where all of the things are that I give you for math. And we're gonna wait for it to open. All right, so it's going to pop up, and in your math folder, ignore the other stuff I have, my teacher stuff, you are going to see you have this area one over here with these very colorful boxes, and then you have this other one with the zoo. You get to choose, giving you a little bit of choice. Would you like to do area and perimeter with your zoo, or would you like to do area and perimeter just basic review with just nice colorful shapes? You get to make the choice. So if I'm choosing this one with these nice colorful shapes, I double click it, it's going to open up. Boop, boop, boop. And look, it gives me the directions for each. Don't forget, area is the space that something covers. The inside, perimeter is the outside. So area, I know my little trick of length times width. So I can do my multiplication. I know 3 times 7, that's 21. So I'm going to look for 21 square. Remember, when we're doing area, we have square and feet. So here's my 21 square feet. I click it, I hold down, and then I'm going to drag it over here, and I put it in the box. And that's what you're going to do. When you finish the whole thing, you're going to click Share with Mrs. Heffa on Friday, and then I can go through and I can see all of your work and look at it the coming weekend. So I'm going to put this back here. Boop, boop. That's how this works. You'll notice, oh, here's one for perimeter. I click and I drag. Here's one here where I just have to type. It tells me right here, type the correct area and the correct perimeter in the appropriate box. So he drew this figure. Ooh, this is a fun figure. I know the area is the inside, so I count the squares in the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can write my 6 square. And remember, when they don't give us any type of measuring, like centimeters, inches, feet, whatever it is, I can just do units. So 6 square units. Now the perimeter, I have to count the outside of all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It looks like 14. And I don't put square units on perimeter. So there, I've done that, and I move on to my next slide. There are, I'm going to delete these so they don't go on yours, or else I'd be giving you the answers. Ooh. There are, really quickly, we're going to scroll down, 15 slides it looks like. So if you have 5 days in the week, that's, oh, I don't know, 3 slides, 5 days times 3 slides a day, that's 15. So if you just do 3 slides a day, by the way, we just did 2 slides, so it goes pretty fast. if you just do 3 a day, you'd have this done by Friday easily. So there's the first choice. The second choice you can click on is the zoo. Double click. And it's going to open up. This one has a little bit more to it. So notice you get to do the front cover and it says text. So that means you click here and you highlight the text and you can delete it. And this is now Mrs. Heffa's zoo, and you can put the date, but I'm going to delete this so it comes to you without that. Now, the first couple of slides are just going through information. So it's talking about zoo enclosures. It's going to give you some examples here, and then it's going to remind you about perimeter and area, which that is really nice. And then it's going to talk about how details matter and what your zoo needs to have. And then here's your design guide that's talking about it and kind of what things you need to have: bathrooms, a stage, ticket booth. That's smart. And then here's the space that animals need to have at least, okay? So if I'm looking down here, it gives me an example of my map, and it tells me how to make the map. So there's a lot more directions on this one to figure out, but then here's your blank zoo. So you get to be really creative and you get to design it. Here's your color guide. Remember on the last page, it showed you how to make these boxes different colors. And then down here, you only have to find the perimeter and area of these different buildings here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different animal enclosures. You could include a lot more, but you only have to find the area and the perimeter of 5. And then if we go down a little bit further, there's a place for you to advertise it. So you're going to talk about the name of your zoo. You're going to list the animals that people can see. So remember, you just click the text box, delete the word text, and type it. And then 4 other things that make your zoo special. So this isn't really math. This is just advertising about your zoo. And then the last page here is actually you're going to make a zoo flyer. And I'm going to try to click it here. There we go. And you're going to put a nice design on there. You can get creative and add it however you want. And then you would share it with me. So really, it says there are 18 slides, but honestly, the first 9 are really just going over what your zoo needs to have, reminders about area and perimeter, and what zoo maps look like. So really, this one only has about 8 or 9 slides of actual doing the work on it. So maybe if we split it up into 5 days, it would be maybe a slide or 2 a day. But really, I think some of them you could get done really fast, and then you can spend some more time on figuring out the area and the perimeter. And then you'd share it with me at the end of the week. So those are math choices this week. Sorry, this video went a little long, but I wanted to make sure that I explained to you what your choices are and that you know, and now you get to choose. Paper stuff that you got in your paper copies, or online, are you going to choose your zoo, or are you going to choose this colorful box one? You get to decide. All right, guys, I'm excited to see what you're doing at the end of the week. Email me or message me a Google Doc if you get stuck or have questions. Okay, have fun.